We've got the sound on KGY.
The original South Sound, 1240 KGY. Good evening, 549, and we welcome to the phone lines Tyler Huey from the Nisqually Valley News. How are you today?
Hey, doing well. How about you?
Oh, doing well, and Brittany Jean in studio as well.
Hi, Tyler.
Hey, I'm doing really good because a little bit ago I got my hair cut after 3 months.
Wow.
3 months, really? You're starting to look like like Shaggy the dog, huh?
Yeah, feeling like a new man.
Wow. Wow, did you go like all the way down, like half inch, or did you go with some kind of do?
No, I didn't pick it.
No pompadour?
No.
All right.
Maybe next time.
That's something to keep in mind. Now, our question of the day at facebook.com/AM1240KGY, or you can drop us a line on this studio at kgyradio.com. We're asking the question, was Giselle Bundchen in the right for criticizing Tom Brady's teammates immediately after Super Bowl 46? And it's been a huge controversy ever since the game. Apparently, she was in an elevator going to the parking lot, and she had started really saying some bad things about Tom Brady's teammates. Why can't they catch the ball? Expletive deleted. Why can't, or how they drop so many passes? That kind of thing. Now, Tyler, do you think it was really her place to go off like that in that setting?
At first, I was a little kind of taken aback, like, whoa, maybe she went too far. But, it's her husband. Tom Brady is Giselle Bundchen's husband, and she's just like, sticking up for him. And I mean, it's not like what she was saying was wrong, because they did drop a lot of passes. And it's not like she went out to the media and said it, just some media outlet or whatever just overheard her, and then they brought it up or whatever. So I don't have that big of a problem with it.
Yeah, I could see that, but, I could also see Brandon Jacobs' point of view where it's like, it's kind of unprofessional. You're kind of part of the Patriots family at that point. Maybe that wasn't the setting to go off like that.
No, it certainly wasn't the setting, and she probably shouldn't have done it, but I think people are making way too big of a deal of it.
Well, I think I think people would have made less a deal about it if it wasn't caught on video and put up on YouTube. That was priceless, and that's another great thing about YouTube.
I haven't actually seen it. I just read what she said.
Oh, it's pretty funny. She's all really hurt, and what's even funnier is what the week before she had wrote this letter of prayer out to all of Tom Brady's friends and close fans and things to root those Patriots on to victory, and then afterwards she became very not civil.
Yeah, well, once again, one of her family members or whatever totally ratted her out to the media.
Oh, so. Is that what it was? A family member leaked that memo?
Well, it had to have been, because she didn't just give it to the newspaper or whoever it was that posted it. So someone had to have gotten it and then just, gave it away.
Yeah, this is true. But I also like the point that you made that she was correct. I mean, Wes Welker, Gronkowski, they all dropped critical passes in Super Bowl 46.
But on the other hand, yes, they did drop passes. Wes Welker should have caught that pass. But let's be honest, that was a crappy pass.
Oh, it was.
On Brady's part.
That was the interesting thing, too. It's like Giselle's going off on all these different aspects of the game, except for what Tom didn't do. So it's like, really, you got to be equal in that. He didn't have the best performance.
I mean, because, yeah, Welker would have made that catch more often than not. But on the other hand, that was a bad pass. And if Brady would have thrown that pass like he normally would, perfect, I wouldn't be surprised if Welker literally walks it in for a touchdown. There was no one there.
Yeah, oh, that's true. But, to an extent, though, football is a team game. To blame Wes Welker or blame one individual or another is kind of wrong, because it is a team game and people win and lose as a team.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of things that could have gone differently than a few drop passes here and then there where the Patriots could have won.
Yeah, this is true. How about Tom Brady's safety to start out the game? That was crazy.
Yeah, I know most of the rules, but I honestly didn't even know that was the rule right then. But, I mean, when it got called, I wasn't surprised, but I was like, whoa, I don't even think I ever remember seeing this being called in a game, let alone the first play at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Could you inform me what the rule is? As a girl here, I don't follow football very well.
Well, they were on the 2-yard line, I believe, and Tom Brady was in the end zone, and he more or less threw it away. And normally, in normal circumstances, if you throw the ball away and there's a receiver not there and you're still inside the pocket, this probably doesn't make sense to you. But if you're inside the tackles and you throw it away and a receiver isn't anywhere near it, then you get penalized, like 10 yards or something like that, and it's a loss of downs.
Mm-hmm.
But since they were so far back near the end zone, it was a safety.
Well,
Interesting.
yeah. So there you go. A little insight into that
Thank
whole thing. Yay for
So
You're
is that
welcome.
a good thing?
No, that's a bad thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's good for the defense, bad for the offense.
Okay.
yeah,
I'm
so
with you.
if you're betting on the Giants, it's kind of a good thing.
Excellent.
Patriots, not
Which
so good.
Brad was,
Yeah,
but then he still lost.
That's right. Yeah, I did lose my Super Bowl bet. I gotta admit that. But looking back to our predictions last week, you predicted the Giants to win, right?
Yeah. So let me get this. Let me get this correct. You owe 2 people money now. Oh man, they're gonna wait a while, huh?
No, I'm gonna write him a check. It'll all work out. You just gotta hold it until a certain date,
Don't accept
Yeah.
it.
or throw it on the ground because it'll bounce. But looking back at your prediction, you said 27-24, right?
Yeah, I got the winner correct. The score wasn't as high as I predicted, but I got the winner correct, so that's all I'm happy about.
It was a fun thing to watch overall. I thought Madonna did really well at the halftime show.
To be honest, I didn't watch it. It was on in the background. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, really? So you didn't even switch channels? You just got up and wandered around?
Well, I was at Aaron and I were at my dad's house, and we were just talking, and it was in the background. I just wasn't really paying attention. I heard that one of the people flipped the camera off or something.
Yes.
Yeah, MIA. It was a little bit of obscenity, but it was interesting. It seems like there's a lot of performers that are going to try that because it's the Super Bowl and because they're going to get attention for it. So she got what she wanted.
Well, I would hope that she had to sign a contract or something in the beginning that said that they can't do that, and if they did, they would have to pay the fine.
She's got the money, though. I mean, let's be honest. MIA is one of the biggest musical names in the last 5 years, at least.
You want to know something? I never even heard of them until this second.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
All right. Well,
There are a lot of. She does like a lot of features in different rap things and whatnot.
right.
think.
Her albums aren't as huge, but she's done a
Yeah.
lot of guest appearances, been in people's videos, appeared in different songs, things like that. So it was interesting to watch. I thought it was a good performance all around. And they had CeeLo, so you couldn't go wrong.
She's a great sidekick.
There you go. Perfect. And then you've got a new article that just came out about an hour ago, yelmonline.com. And what'd you write about this week?
I wrote about the whole Peyton Manning situation, and if he's healthy enough to play and the Colts get rid of him, then I would like the Seahawks to go after him.
Yeah, I saw some kind of rumors and things going around about this yesterday that it is a very good possibility that Manning could end up here. But, I mean, how effective is he going to be with a surgically repaired neck?
You never know. It's kind of a gamble. There's a lot of reports going out that saying that as of right now, he does not have the strength.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. After the surgery, it's like the nerve in his arm or whatnot hadn't fully regenerated, I think is the right term. So he's lost a little bit of velocity on his passes. It's kind of an interesting thing because it's still early in the going. He could still turn this thing around. And I would take a 50% Peyton Manning than a 100% Tavares Jackson any day.
He could get really good though.
It's true. Yeah, it's still early.
You never know how it's going to go. We'll see, though. I mean, I figure if he does get released by the Colts, and if there is a team out there that wants to get him, it almost seems like they're going to have to take a big risk and not know for sure if it's going to his arm and all that is going to fully get back to normal, because it just seems like they're not going to have a chance. Like, if you want him, take the risk. Otherwise, someone else is going to get him.
Yeah, this is true, but isn't part of sports management taking that risk, and especially on certain players? And this is a huge risk. I mean, he's surgically repaired. It's not like a sprained ankle.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, certainly, it's not like Gronkowski's high ankle sprain. I thought it was funny after the Super Bowl that he said that he was 100%, which clearly he wasn't, and then a few days later he gets surgery.
Yeah, and then right after the Super Bowl, he's out partying and whatnot, jumping around with his shirt off, and it's like, how sprained is that ankle? Shouldn't you be resting?
You would think so.
Yeah, one would think so. Now, the other big thing going on in sports right now is Jeremy Lin, who plays for the New York Knicks. He was the 15th man on the bench, and in the last 7 days has averaged 25.5 points or so. I mean, this guy's coming out of nowhere. But if you look at his stats from Harvard, it's really not all that big a surprise. Are you surprised to see Jeremy Lin tear it up like this?
Linsanity.
Linsanity taking over the building at the Garden.
To be honest, I haven't heard much about it. So how many games has he played? It's like 3 or 4 that he's been going off?
Well, no, he's played like 6 or 7 games now, but his first game he had 28 points, and then his average like 25.5 over the last week. I mean, he's really tearing things up. And they're kind of wondering, too, if Amari Stoudemire and Melo come back, how is he going to fit into that lineup?
Serving Olympia, Lacey, and Tumwater.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see.
Yeah, this is true. Oh, wait, a little bit of a sound coming out of nowhere. And that sounds signifying... That sounds signifying that our time is over for this evening, Mr. Huey. It's been fun hanging out with you, though.
I thought that sound signified that no one cared about Lynn's sanity.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it could be if he was a Supersonic or, a Northwest player, maybe. But, looking at this guy come out of nowhere, that's an underdog story, kind of like, in a way, Tim Tebow and that kind of thing.
Oh, God, don't even get me on Tim Tebow. I'm so sick of talking about it.
But you got to admit, Jeremy Lin coming out of nowhere, he's got that same kind of thing going on where people are wondering how long can he keep it up.
Well, it's a fascinating story, even though I just heard about it this morning. But I understand where you're getting at.
All right.
I heard that Kobe Bryant, because I think they're playing them tonight or tomorrow, the Lakers, and he was asked about Lin, and he probably to a certain degree was fibbing, saying he didn't really know much about him, and they were just asking how well he thought he could do against him or something like that. And he was just being vague and all that. But, if Kobe wants to go off on him, he's going to go off.
Oh, yeah.
Even though he'd probably be shooting 40 times a night, since that's practically his average.
Yeah, exactly. If you shoot 40 or 50 times, you should average 20 points just by default. I mean, just the way it works out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Tyler, for calling in. It's been awfully fun to hang out with you again this evening. And check out your latest sports work, yelmonline.com, and the full article that you wrote today is up there, and it's good stuff. Thanks for calling in.
Actually, there will be another column online of mine.
Ooh.
I wrote 2 this week. The other one is not sports-related. It's about Valentine's Day.
Oh, overachiever. Look at you, 2 columns in 1 week.
And how I don't like Valentine's Day.
Oh, no.
Do you feel as trapped as the rest of us?
What was that?
Do you feel as trapped as the rest of us?
I just don't like
feel trapped.
Well,
I don't like a quote holiday that like forces love down people's throat and saying you have to do certain things. It's ridiculous. Like, come on, why can't you if you're in a relationship, why can't you do stuff for each other on a daily basis, not a day that mandates it?
All right then.
Maybe we'll talk to you next week about it.
I think we should. We should go over this column next week.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Nice. Well, thank you, Tyler, for calling in. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the world of sports as the weekend goes on.
Good day.
Yes, good day, sir. AM 1240, KGY. Tyler Huey, check him out online, yelmonline.com. We got news coming up next.